guys, welcome back to my channel. And how are you doing? And so I hope you're doing great. I am about to start going live. I've officially got the celebration to start going live, guys. So I think I'll start going live and trying to interact with you more. Sorry guys, I'm not sure. So I have my mixture of sauce, which is a little ketchup, A1 sauce, Tabasco. Every now and then I'll eat with you guys and chit chat a little bit. Whatever I'm feeling in the mood for. This is some white cheddar mac and cheese. Take a bite. I make my mac and cheese. Now, it depends on the mood I'm in, but the Roni one is good. You make it on there, and then I put the milk and the butter and the water, and then you cook it until the noodles soft. Then you add the packet, and then you add extra white cheddar cheese. Good. I always like touch it up if I'm doing like box stuff or anything like that. I would always just touch up my stuff. You know what I mean? Like I can never just eat it like that, because I have to have it like semi-authentic, you know, homemade. But anyways, yeah, I've been on a long day. It's exhausting, and I haven't ate at all. So I was having me a ribeye steak. I was craving that. Here's a bite. Well, I want to talk about so I can't do like eating and talking, you know. This is good, it's perfect, but I cooked this in the air fryer today. I normally like to sear it in the oven, on the pan, and then put it in the oven. But there's a steak thing on my air fryer, so I put it in the air fryer and mac and cheese. Hope your day is going good. I learned to eat mine a little red now. I used to like it well done. And I send half of this to tomorrow. She needed something little in my belly. But I do want to talk about something. I want to talk about joy. And throughout my journey, throughout my journey, I got some electrolytes in here. So throughout my journey, you know, I've learned to find joy in who I am, okay? And joy comes within, you guys. And I learned that on my journey, okay? Because material, all these things on the outside of us, anything outside of us comes and goes. Okay, relationships, finances, materialistic things, cars break down, you get in accidents, people die, all this shit, you know what I mean, on the outside of us comes and goes. You know what I mean? Things happen, life be life, and like they say, right? And but joy never goes anywhere. It's within us. You know what I mean? Finding the joy in everything, you know, and everything, like I said, I've been through a lot, you guys, a lot of trials and tribulations. And I share, you know, I broke, you know, a generational curse and past situationships and generational curse from narcissism. And that's a good example I could use, you know, and is that, you know, this people try to, you know, take, you know what I mean? Like for me, try to, you know, all these weapons, you know, that's a different thing, and use them against me, relationships and the, you know, trade. And if you go into my, you know, couple dozen videos, you know, I share about, you know, my narc story a little bit, and, you know, my story a little, and I continue to share messages through that, you know, and what I've been through. And so, right, relationship, you know, betrayed, all that stuff like that. Okay, in this narcissistic connection, and betrayed, tried to take, worked against me, you know, you go in that story, and all this stuff like that, but that didn't steal my joy, you know what I mean? Like, and, you know, and you know, I'm a believer, and you reap what you sow, you know, this person reaping what you sow, and took everything, right? You know, and this is one of, you know, part of my story, and, and when I went through all that stuff like that, got back up, healed, you know what I mean? You know, I seen, you know, the bigger picture and stuff like that. But these people, you know, again, and like I shared, that's another thing about narcissists, is like all about material and stuff like that. They try to find, you know, distraction, all these things to make them, you know, happy. But that's not, you know, going to make you happy, you know? And I learned on my relationship that joy, you know, you can't find joy within here in any situation. You're never going to be happy, you know what I mean? And like I said, I'm so thankful, you know what I mean? I held from a lot of this, you know, still healing, and for my past situation and stuff. But I want to really share that, you know, you'll never be happy. Like, and that goes with like relationships, you guys, you know, like, I've learned to be content, happy every situation, whether I had nothing, you know, it could be lights off, I only have noodles today, or whatever the situation. I've learned to find joy in every situation I'm in, you guys, and that's the key. And especially like if you're anybody out there that you are looking for a relationship and stuff like that, you got to learn to find joy in your situation, and learn to, you know, if I could give that, be single and really know yourself, you know what I mean? Like, and learn, you know, sometimes life will do that for you, travel, and God a universe will do things in your life to make you, you know, but in my situation, I just learned you to be happy and content and everything, you know, and I've been without nothing, you know, and working, you know, and, been through a lot of hardships, you know what I mean? Like, and of course, going forward, whatever God has for me. But I've learned to be content, happy with nothing. And that's the best thing. And joy, you know, money's not everything, you guys. Let me tell you that. You know, yes, we need it. And I know that. I'm not dumb to that. You know, we need money to live and to survive and stuff like that. But it is not, you know what I mean? Like, I don't let money overtake me. You know what I mean? Like, and that goes for another message, but like, but making them idols, you know what I mean? Like, I think we tend to make things idols in this world that make us happy, and when that happens, it destroys us, you know what I mean? And we shouldn't, especially relationships, you know what I mean? Like, you should never, you know, that's what God taught me. I always put my love and my heart into God fully, and no man, no, you know what I mean? Like, is ever gonna make me happy, okay? Yes, these people add relationships. They add happiness and joy when you find a whole, healthy, the right person, not a counterfeit in this world, which I share again. There's counterfeits, you know what I mean? What we call them, counterfeits, fake people, you know, that use you, lie, manipulate. A lot of times, narcissism, not everybody, but like toxic, but counterfeits, you know, in this world that come and send the distractions. They come in your life to portraying to be the real thing, and they're not, you know what I mean? And so, if I could just give you any advice and just my journey and what I've learned, you guys, is and that's why I'm so happy all the time. You know what I mean? Like, it's because I don't choose to put my joy into nothing outside of me. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm sorry. You did that to me. Bye-bye. You know what I mean? I'm still happy. You know what I mean? Like, bye-bye, you know, and just learning the signs too, and the red flags that, you know, what God is doing is like, you weren't making me, you know what I mean? Like, so I share, I mean, they'll share little bits, like the narcissist, you know, again, go to a couple of videos down, you hear more about that, witchcraft, all this stuff this person was doing. And this person wasn't causing me joy. He was a counterfeit. You know what I mean? He wasn't causing me, he wasn't adding to my life. He was taking to my life. You know what I mean? He wasn't even giving me joy. You know what I mean? If I found joy in myself, I had to go through a lot, you know, and I had to heal from a lot from this, you guys. And I still get when I talk about this stuff, I still have tears in my eyes, you know? I could still feel that, you know what I mean? And so I just, you know, and I'm like sitting here like, and I'm just like so thankful, you know, that I learned a lesson. It's God in the universe, they give us lessons in life, you know what I mean? And even if you're a very good soul and stuff like that. And I'm just thankful that I learned not to put my joy in those things. And, you know, I'm content and I'm happy and all the time, because again, my joy comes within and my spirit, you know what I mean? And again, like I say, all those things come and go outside of us, you know what I mean? So this is where the inner work comes in, and just finding peace within yourself, you know, and really truly love yourself, you know, and of course my joy comes in the Lord, you know, the joy of the Lord, you know, and I built a really, really beautiful relationship, and again, this person, like I said, they try to do all this weapons that they formed against me, and now, you know, the hole that they try to do, he did for me, they're now sitting in and unhappy, like, but I'm over here happy, thriving, you know, just thankful, you guys, thankful. I'm very thankful, you know, and I just really want to share, you know, that's another form of richness, is having a lot of wisdom, you know what I mean? And again, you know, and that's what I was going to point out, because I was watching this, that's what made me think of this message too, is that I found the channel, oh my gosh, this channel is hilarious, you know, and just some of the things that he goes into, like, he does challenges, but he goes into the hood and does it, you know what I mean? And so these people just bring a smile to my face, you know, and these are people, and they call it the hood, you know what I mean? People like call them, and just low income or whatever, you know what I mean? But they're rich in the spirit, you know what I mean? They're happy and laughing. And one is called Crit, was that his name? Crit? He is hilarious. He should have his own comedy show, you know what I mean? Like, and it made me smile, because it's just, and then God brought that message too, you know, it's like, these people are the happiest beings possible, you know, and they may not be the richest, you know, but they're the richest in spirit, you know, and I learned that, you know, I mean, we joke, I'll share with you yet, but not yet, okay? Some of the jokes that I have, I just had my friend over, and we were laughing at some of the stuff that, you know, and some funny, goofy stuff, okay? And making the light of the situation, you know, and I'm sharing, and it's like those moments, you know what I mean? Like, yes, everything's coming, you know, God's timing, God's, you know, but if you could find joy in all these things, just imagine, you know, I tell God, just imagine, you know what I mean? Like, and again, I'm just thankful, because I could survive any situation, you know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, and I'm very thankful for that, you know, and like, lights get on, no worries, let's go get some candles, or this happens, or whatever situation. I've just learned to really try to laugh and be happy in every moment, you know, every moment counts, you guys, and, you know, and stuff that I've been through, and people wasting your time, and those people, you know, like, you know, I learned a lot, you know, and my time is very valuable, and I learned a lot of lessons in my life, you guys, and I'm very thankful that lesson that I've learned God's taught me to really find the joy in every little situation. And even my mom, back when I look back in my past and stuff like that, you know, just everything, you know, and we didn't have much, you know, but she'd always find like a gift, and she used to do like a gift, make a homemade cake, and like the Bigfoot pizzas back in the day, you know, and she would try to make light of everything, even though, you know, she didn't have much, you know what I mean? Like, And I'm just really appreciate that I have that knowledge, you know what I mean? Like, and right now is the time, you know what I mean? Like, and to every situation, try to laugh. And I've learned to try to laugh at it, you know, and try to make light of it. And that's what my friend was here, something happened, and she was just making jokes, and her son was making jokes, and it was so hilarious, you guys. And I was just like, this is it, you know what I mean? Like, if we could laugh at this, I mean, just imagine, you know what I mean? Like, and anyways, but I just wanted to share that, you know, joy does not come in things, and you're going to stop looking, oh, she really makes me happy. Oh my gosh. And then all this hardship comes in. Oh, I don't like you. Da, 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 like money or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's, you know, you got to learn to, yeah, just see the joy in everything, you know? And again, I'm very happy, you know, and I'm going to share a thing about, you know, I'm going to share, yeah, another thing about influence and stuff like that. Because, yeah, again, I'm in charge of my own happiness. No one else is, you know what I mean? And I don't expect, even, you know, if I do go into, you know, a relationship and stuff like that, I've already, you know, done a lot of healing on myself. I find joy in myself. I don't need to pour that onto somebody else and make that their responsibility to make me happy. You know what I mean? And you get what I'm saying? And so I'm the simplest person, the happiest person, and again, all my trials and tribulations I've been through, you know. And so it just made me see the light and everything, you know what I mean? And again, even if you have little, like, even when I had little, I just, like, I don't know, I'm like, do these little listings, make little sandwiches and go to the lake, or, you know, and sit there and have time and just enjoy that, you know what I mean? Like, moment, or, you know, you don't have to have like much to, you know, but anyways, oh yeah, the channel, I'm telling you, oh, I forgot his name. I'll have to post it. If you really want to know that channel, please comment below. But anyways, he goes into the hood, and again, and these people, I mean, these are funny people, and these people be lacking, like, oh, that smells like shit. You know what I mean? Like, because the one with the egg, where they have to do the century egg, is hilarious. And the one with the wasabi and the Sprite. What else one is there? There's a lot, but it's just hilarious, though. You know, these people, like, are the funniest beings alive. You know what I mean? Are the happiest. You look at them, you know, and you just, like, they're just cracking jokes. They're making, you know, and that's where the gold is. You know what I mean? I see all these people miserable, they have money and all this, and they're fucking miserable. You know what I mean? Or the narcissists that try to, you know, in my past and stuff like that. Yeah, went out into the world and won all this. You know what I mean? Like, and it doesn't make you happy. It's proof, you know, and again, I'm very thankful, you know, and where I'm at, and and I just wanted to share that. And I'm gonna put this in the Ziploc and eat it tomorrow. But yeah, I just want to say God bless you guys. I love you. And thank you for your love and support. Please don't give me if you love, this is the channel for you. Love, like, I mean, again, just share my journey. I share my knowledge in hopes to help you. Again, I teach about free will. People have their own choices. I'm not responsible. I am a vessel of God, you guys, but I'm not responsible of no one's salvation. You know what I mean? That's our choice, you know, and we have to make the right choices in our life, you know, that lead us down the right path. And no one could do that for you, you know, and you're not, like I share in some of my other videos, but you're not accountable for nobody. That's between, everybody has to develop and find God themselves in their own relationship. And again, like I said, I could share how powerful my relationship is God, and that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm doing here with you guys in each video, you know, how I found him, and I didn't have nothing. And again, he's my joy, you know, and he's my comfort. And, you know, I'm so passionate about this, you guys, because I didn't have them. I don't know where you come from. I come from poverty. I come from a generational curse breaker, you know, and I had to break all these generational things on me. and nobody was there for God but God, you know what I mean? And then, like I said, I share a lot of, a lot of, you got the betrayal, backstabbing, all this, that you go through when when you know who you are. And I'm a huge prophet, vessel, whatever you want to call it, of God's, and again, my spirit has evolved so much, you guys, that I've learned a lot, all my big lessons, you know what I mean? Like, and so yeah, so I just wanted to share joy comes in within, because no one will ever fully be happy until they find that with themselves, you know what I mean? And I see a lot of people seeking, I see a lot of things, and through my journey, I'm out there in the gleaning the fields, you know what I mean? And what I mean is in the world, one-on-one with people, and just a lot of people share stuff, and it's like, they're not happy and content, and they'll have, again, all of this stuff or tangible stuff, and they're still not happy, because that joy doesn't come within, and I mean, it doesn't come outside of us, it comes within us, you know what I mean? And all I could share, and I would ask God, is like, how can I help? I've asked people, ask me, like, how do I find that, what you found, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm crying, and I asked these questions to God too, and I said, like, I could share it, and I just try to, even me just trying to make people smile, or along my journey and stuff like that. It's like, that's a question we have to ask in our own walk, and in your own relationship, for God to show you, but anyways, I just want to share that message, and I don't want to go into another message. So like I said, I'm learning. I have friends that are helping me stay on topic, the message of joy, you guys. But anyways, I just want to share, the joy of the Lord is my strength, and I guess because I found the relationship with God, and I found who I am, and I'm really happy and content with who I am, and I'm very thankful. So I just want to say God bless you guys. I love you. Thank you for your follow, like, subscribe. Again, I just share my journey of love, spirituality, healing, life, and wisdom, and that I've learned, and yeah, if you're looking, if you're on that path, this is right for you, you know what I mean? And hopefully I could bring some joy or anything into your life, that I've been through, that will give you some comfort, or again, once I find my swag here, again, a lot of people call me Sister in Christ. Like, I was telling people, then I'll read them, oh yeah, they want to pray for me, like, so I feel like I'm, just like, I guess I could give, try to give some wisdom, you know what I mean? Like, and again, yeah, people have to make their own choices in life, and seek the joy in themselves, you know what I mean? And yeah, and God will lead them. But God bless you. I'll see you in my next video, guys. Okay, I love you. Thank you for your love and your support as I grow more on this, and pretty soon I'm gonna be, you know what I mean? Like, there's some things that I see and I want to grow in, and so again, I love growing, you guys, and evolving. I've officially gotten addicted after 15.5 years, like, you just continue, like, working on yourself, and yeah, just continue growing, and I can't wait to grow with you guys and hear your stories, and more of this is me reaching out, so some love and light you know, you guys could give me in my life, you know. And I've been, like I said, you'll see me, you know, I speak, you know, out of the heart flows the issues of life. And there's moments when I speak, you could feel like I could still, you guys probably will, you know, I go across people and I'll talk to them and then they would just start, their eyes would start watering. It's like, you know, you guys know, people could feel, you know. And like I said, and again, I'm just thankful. But God bless you guys. And I'll see you on my next one. I'm going to keep rambling. Bye.